HorizonTv, the beacon for the nation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillah for the life that Allah has given us today. Karibu tena katika Ramadhan Synchronized, kipindi hewani Siha ya Ramadhani, nami wako Mariam Mwacharo. Leo tunazungumzia jambo muhimu sana. Tunajua kwamba tangu enzi za jadi Mtume sallallahu alayhi wasallam alitupatia mwelekeo wa maisha yetu. He gave us a direction to how we should live life. He told us we divide our stomach when we eat into 3 portions: water, food and air. Je, tumeyafata haya maagizo? He also told us, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, tunajua kwamba he also told us to be exercising frequently. But today we still have diseases that are affecting us because of what we eat and the kind of lifestyle that we have. So tumegeuza mgongo wetu katika mafundisho ya Mtume Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Have we turned our heads away from the teachings of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? The Prophet also told us to be using natural things, you know, olive oil, black seed, etc. But today we have problems from fats. So what is going on? With me in studio today, I have a couple of guests. I have Dr. Rehana Raja, who's a gynecologist. I also have Dr. Salwa Shahbal, who's the founder of Diabetes Management Center. And I have Chalo, ambaye pia ni patient wa diabetes. Atatuambia historia yake. Alipata lini ugonjwa wa kisukari, ameweza vipi kumanage ugonjwa wa kisukari. Topic ya leo tunazungumzia ugonjwa wa kisukari, yani diabetes. I know that they are my fathers, my sisters, my mothers, and my sisters ambao wako expectant that have problems fasting during this month of Ramadan, na vile vile wana ugonjwa wa kisukari. Je, utaweza kuishi vipi? Utaweza kufunga vipi katika mwezi mtukufu wa Ramadhan ukiwa na ugonjwa wa kisukari? Kabla tuanze, yesterday we got a chance to have a medical camp visit that was founded by Aisha Siddiqa rather, and they were testing people with diabetes and also the community members ambao walikuwa pale to see if they have diabetes and management of diabetes, advising as well as eye checkup. Let's have a look at that video.
My name is Shamim Malik. I'm the director of Aisha Siddiqa Vocational Training Center. Diabetes is rampant these days, and diet, as we know these days, is really people are eating all kinds of things, fast foods and everything, without realizing what damage it is doing to their bodies. So we need to make them aware of why they should not be having what they're having, and why they have to look at their children and look at their health so that they don't end up in diabetes. We've had children ending up in diabetes. So we're very worried because these children eventually are either going to lose one limb or the other, or are going to have one complication or the other because of diabetes. So, and diabetes affects eyesight. The first thing it affects is the eyesight. And then of course it affects the rest of your body, the heart and the liver and everything. And they need to understand, they need to know the importance of health in their lives.
My name is Daniel Mboro from Lions Sight First Eye Hospital, Roresho in Nairobi. I may not be very exact on the statistics on diabetes and eye disease in this country, but for certain there is a surge, there is an increase in diabetes, especially diabetes type 2. It could be as a result of our lifestyle. Diabetes type 2 is largely a result of our lifestyle, what we eat and what we do with the food. We eat a lot of carbohydrates, for instance, the rice, the chapati, things like mandazi and other things like that, a lot of sugary substances. And if we don't exercise enough to use up the sugar, then of course we are at risk of diabetes type 2.
Naam, tumerejea tena. Umeweza kuona hapo jana watu waliweza kufanyiwa ukaguzi kutokana na ugonjwa wa kisukari, and we'll be talking to the doctors today, just asking them different questions. This is Dr. Salwa with me, Dr. Rehana over there, and Chalo, who's been a patient for diabetes for over 10 years, I understand. karibuni sana to our studios and our show. Thank you so much for gracing our program today. If I may start with you, Dr. Salwa. We've seen diabetes. It's been rampant all through history, and right now it's even affecting young children. Just give us a brief on what diabetes really is.
Okay, so diabetes, which is in Swahili ugonjwa kisukari, is basically a lack of a hormone from your body which is called insulin. Insulin is produced by your pancreas. And I finally found out the word of Swahili word of pancreas, which is kongosho. Yeah, so insulin is from your pancreas. Yeah, and then you have two different types of diabetes. You have type 1, which is what Victor has, you said, yeah? You have? Oh, you're type 2, sorry. So you have type 1 and type 2. Type 1, you have an absolute lack of insulin, meaning you're producing almost less than 10% of insulin that your body requires.
Okay.
And in type 2, you have about less than 50% of insulin production by your body. Insulin is important because insulin breaks down all these carbohydrates we're taking to give you energy. Okay? So diabetes is when you have a lack of basically insulin
in your body.
Yeah.
And how do I know that I have diabetes?
Well, there's some signs and symptoms of diabetes, and then you have your blood glucose test. Okay, so your signs and symptoms usually is a patient will urinate a lot. Okay, they'll feel very thirsty, and they'll be very hungry, but they're not gaining weight.
Okay.
But the funny part is most of my patients don't come with the 3 classic symptoms. You have patients coming in with just very many months of weight loss. Or anakuambia for the last 6 months, for example, every time I drive, I feel like I need to park on the side of the road just to get a rest, sleep for 15 minutes because I'm always exhausted.
Exhausted, yes.
So they also have these salient features which come with diabetes, or blurring of vision. Okay, so it's not necessarily just the 3 main symptoms of, you know, kwenda choo sana, kusikia kiu, or eating a lot. Yeah.
Tumeweza kusikia kutoka kwa Dr. Salwa hapo, anatuambia kama unataka kujua una ugonjwa wa kisukari, unaweza kuhisi kwamba umechoka kila mara, ama pengine unakwenda haja ndogo kila mara, every now and then unakwenda chooni kujirelieve katika haja yako ndogo, ama kuna ishara tofauti tofauti, muhimu ni kwenda kuangaliwa. Pengine nije kwako Victor Chalo. Ulijua una ugonjwa wa kisukari lini?
Back in 2009 nilikuwa na ngoja mtihani wa form 4. So like a month before we start for the exams, I started having most of the symptoms that she has mentioned. A lot of exhaustion, and I was getting thirsty. I used to drink over 5 liters a day of water. Like I used to have continuous flow of water. And haja ndogo, mara nyingi nikitoka class naenda msalani, nikifika najisaidia, nikifika darasani tena nasikia tu nirudi tena kujisaidia. That was a month before the exam. So that was in 2009. Nikaenda hospitali, nikaangaliwa. So most of the doctors were saying, we uko na umri mdogo sana, you can't be diabetic. Though hizo symptoms zinaonyesha huyu mtu ni kama ako na diabetes, but wanasema hata hakuna haja tupime. So napewa madawa sisaidiki, nikakuja nikapungua mwili kabisa. So ikakuwa at the end of the day vile nilienda ikakuwa extreme kabisa. Nikaenda nikifanya mtihani, I think the second day after we started the exams, I was rushed to hospital. I was almost unconscious. Hata sikuwa kuna mambo sikumbuki what exactly happened. So nikapelekwa hospitali, nilifika hivi. Lucky enough, the doctor who I found there, it was in Machakos, Bishop Kioko Hospital. The doctor who I found there was a lady who was also diabetic. So aliniona tu hivyo hata kabla nipime, akasema this must be diabetes. So the first thing that nilipimwa, it was diabetes. Ikapatikana niko nayo, alafu nikalazwa.
And that's a case of misdiagnosis, because people believe that diabetes is usually affecting, you know, elder people more than younger people. Mtazamaji popote pale ulipo ambapo unatizama Horizon TV Kurunzi ya Taifa, shukran sana kwa kuweza kuendelea kutegea. Kumbuka unaweza kupiga simu ama kutuma arafa kupitia nambari ambazo ziko kwenye skrini yako kwa sasa. Simu zetu tutaziacha wazi katika kitengo cha pili cha kipindi chetu, ambapo utaweza kuuliza maswali kuhusiana na ugonjwa wa kisukari, ambapo tunaendelea pia kujifunza kutoka kwa madaktari wetu kuhusiana na gonjwa hili la kisukari. Muhimu pia ni kwa wale dada zetu ambao ni wajawazito nyumbani. Najua una maswali mengi kuhusiana na ujauzito na vipi utaweza kufunga na tashwishi gani ambazo umeweza kupitia. Nipo naye hapa Dr Rehana Raja ambaye ataweza kuzungumzia swala lilo hilo. Lakini kabla hatujarejea katika mada ya leo, ni mwelekezi wangu hapo Shakombo. Ipo video moja hapo Shakombo, kama unaweza kutuletea. Niliweza kupata nafasi kuweza kuzungumza na Dr Mwatanya ambaye aliweza kuanzisha group ama page kwenye WhatsApp kuweza kusaidia wagonjwa wa kisukari. Shakombo.
Dr Mwatanya.
Okay, welcome to our studios.
Thank you.
We'll be talking about diabetes, and I understand that you opened this group on Facebook. That's where I met you from, the Diabetes Management Resource Center.
Yes.
I simply want to understand, where did it come from? What prompted you to start it?
The center was started in 2014. Before 2014 or before 2013, I could just hear about diabetes from, you know, the media and all that. But in 2013, my dad passed on due to diabetes-related complications. It was a big toll in our family, and one of the things I felt that we should do is just, you know, have something that would help us keep his memories, not just his memories. I think there was I would say, you know, a bit of guilt, because from the time we only discovered that my dad was diabetic after he's been with diabetic for about 15 years. So he had an accident and he couldn't heal his leg, which was eventually amputated. And one of the reasons why I felt that it was really necessary to start the center was because we didn't have much information about diabetes. So we're just giving him medicine, you know, take glucophage, take insulin, and that was not all that you know, he should have received to manage his condition well. Yeah. So that prompted me to start the center. Started just as a Facebook page, and then I noticed that you know, people are angry for the information. They want to know, they're asking questions and all that. So eventually we was registered as a community-based organization. We have got more than 40,000, I think, followers on Facebook. It goes as a Diabetes Management Resource Center. We have got 2 active WhatsApp groups. One of the things that we also felt that it was important to help people with is how they meet. And nowadays, because of the many engagements we have, it's sometimes almost impossible to physically meet. So we've been lucky. We have got 2 full WhatsApp groups. We have got, you know, we invite doctors in the groups, we invite nutritionists, and you know, we've been able to really impact people in many other ways. We are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, we have got our website, www.mrckenya.co.ke. I feel that we're also trying to impact in terms of awareness and also having people appreciate the condition. I would say in Kenya, unlike, you know, the first world countries, we lack even a ministry or something that more of highlights. You know, diabetes is one of the non-communicable diseases, because we have got many others, but we don't have, you know, even from the government side, somebody championing the awareness and all that. We feel like, you know, we've been able to impact people. People have been, you know, asking questions. People have come to our page and they're appreciating what we are doing. So in terms of, I would say, awareness, I think we've played a role, but I mean, still, we have got about, from statistics, there are about 3 or 4 million Kenyans with diabetes, and some of them probably are not on social media and they're not able to see what you're doing. But still, basically, for what we've been able to do, I think there have been an impact, because even through coming together for the page and, you know, the website and the groups, we have had people come to us, and these are very good doctors who have come to us, and, like, you know, they have said, you know, your members from the MRC can come to us at, you know, subsidized consultation costs, which has been very good. We have had, you know, suppliers come to us and tell us, you know, yours is a unique group. We can, you know, be able to offer you some sort of discounts on some items like glucometers, and strips. So I think because of coming together like and making of the group, we have been able to make milestones in terms of, you know, helping people not only access information, but also issues or rather I would say medication or other supplies for diabetes at an affordable cost. So we've been very lucky. We've been able to partner with very good doctors, like a friend of mine called Dr Salwa. She has a diabetes care center in Upper Hill. So we've been able to partner with some of these doctors because they've been able to, to allow some of our members to visit their facilities and get treatment, also at get a very subsidized price.
Na mumeweza kumwona hapo bwana Duncan Mwatanya ambaye aliweza kufungua page ya Facebook kuweza kusaidia ama kuleta pamoja watu ambao wana ugonjwa wa kisukari wapate kusaidika, na kama umeweza kusikia, he has links with hospitals and doctors that usually help, and you can get some of these equipment that you use. I understand that they're very expensive, but at a cheaper cost for the patients of diabetes. Pengine tuweke hold hapo kidogo. Let me come to Dr. Rehana. She's here to address our sisters out there who are expectant and you're wondering, can I fast? Mimi je, naweza kufunga wakati mimi ni mjamzito, ama pengine kuna mambo fulani ambao unaweza kuzingatia wakati wa kufunga? Just a brief intro, Dr. Rehana.
Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Pregnancy is not a disease, like it's a normal physiological process, but we are talking about diabetes in pregnancy. What I'll touch on is a normal pregnancy, and all our sisters who want to fast in pregnancy, whether they should or they should not.
You just,
So pregnancy is basically, and our deen is not, it's a way of life. We don't compartmentalize ourselves that because I'm pregnant I won't do this, or because pregnancy is normal. And pregnancy, every woman goes through 3 trimesters, the first trimester, the second and the third. And just to make it very, a picture talks more than 1,000 words. So this is the first trimester, if you can focus
maybe
on
Dr. Rehana, we'll come back to that on the second segment of our program today. We just wanted to know what we're going to be talking about on that second segment of a pregnancy and fasting. Thank you. Acha tuchukue mapumziko mafupi, tutakaporejea tutaendelea na swala letu la leo.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Tune in every morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. as we bring you exemplary live shows.
Pata kujua unayopaswa kukumbatia katika Ramadhan. Hala ya Ramadhan.
Press play, sit back and relax as we reflect and rekindle your spirituality.
Let me help you respond to all your health questions katika Siha ya Ramadhani. Afya yako, jukumu langu.
Kwa mara ya kwanza, mtoto atakuwa na sauti. Mtoto ni tunu ya jamii.
Tubonge vile ku nyaka hizo thawabu vidabo-dabo.
In Ramadan Synchronised, exclusive to this holy month of Ramadan, only on Horizon TV, from Tuesday to Saturday.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Karibu tena mtazamaji wetu mpendwa wa Horizon TV, kurunzi ya taifa. Kama umetuunga sasa, basi hujachelewa. Tunazungumzia masuala ya gonjwa la kisukari na vile vile kwa dada zetu ambao ni wajawazito, vipi utaweza kufunga katika mwezi mtukufu wa Ramadhan. Na kabla hatujaondoka, pengine nikujulishe tu kwamba sasa line zetu zipo wazi. Unaweza kupiga simu kuuliza maswali ama uweze kututumia arafa kupitia nambari zilizoko kwenye screen yako kwa sasa. Ila kabla hatujaendelea, pengine tu tuanze kwa matangazo yetu. Ni kwamba hapa nchini kwetu Kenya tuna zaidi ya wakimbizi 470,000 na wote hawa, chini ya 50% ya hawa wakimbizi hawafiki nafasi za kwenda shuleni. Now we know almost 49% of the refugees in Kenya do not get to school, or rather are not attending school, and less than 27% of that is the girl child. So to address this growing crisis of refugees in our country, in Kakuma and Dadaab, UNHCR is using the holy month of Ramadan to mobilize Muslims and non-Muslim community to raise funds towards the education of refugee youth in our country. Now, the appeal is being led by the Supreme Council of Kenya in partnership with UNHCR and the UN Refugee Agency. All funds that will be raised will be donated to the UNHCR and will go directly to increasing access to education for the refugee in Kenya. Ramadan Education Refugee Appeal, you can make your donation via M-Pesa on paybill number 329378, account Ramadan, or you can donate on unhcr.org/Ramadan with a capital R. Now, tukiendelea katika programu yetu ya leo, Dr. Rehana, you had just started on the trimesters for pregnancy.
Yes, I'd just like to inform the public, men, women, and children, that we base our managements or our practices on evidence, and the evidence of 30 years ago may not be the same now. So last year in 2018, there was a meta-analysis and a systematic review which was published regarding fasting in pregnancy.
Okay.
And the bottom line is, the results are that fasting in pregnancy for normal people who don't have any chronic diseases like diabetes is absolutely safe.
Okay.
Yeah, and we measure the outcome of pregnancy by like the weight of the baby, how well the baby is, if there were any deaths, if the mothers died, or if there were congenital abnormalities. So all that is as normal. The fasting in pregnancy does not increase those variables. Okay. So I'd like to inform the public that yes, you can fast, although we have been given rukhsa to delay our fasting or to give fidya, but having worked in 3 Islamic countries, including Saudi Arabia and Pakistan, 90% of our women opt to fast. They don't want to take the rukhsa. So you see, fasting in pregnancy is dependent on the trimester you are, what your health is like, what your environment is like. Like you're talking about the refugee camps, those women may not be as healthy as the women here in Nairobi. So they can go and see their doctor. And the best message I can give to the families, the husbands and the mothers-in-law and the women, is that when you want to try for a baby, go for the pre-pregnancy counseling, especially if you're diabetic. In the pre-pregnancy section, if you're epileptic, you have a chronic disease, or you've had a renal transplant, or you have a heart disease, you can be monitored and you can be put on the best medication which will be conducive to fasting as well, including diabetes. And with diabetes, the other thing is, when you go for your first trimester checkup, they do an antenatal profile in which we check the blood sugar as well. So in pregnancy, people who are not diabetic before pregnancy can develop diabetes, which is called gestational diabetes. If you develop gestational diabetes now, this is a high-risk pregnancy. You cannot sit back home and say, I'm fine. You have to go regularly for your monitoring because it's a high-risk pregnancy. The baby can be at risk. I'll be very open about it. You can die, the baby can die. Because it's a high-risk pregnancy, you need to be monitored and you need to have your delivery planned in a good hospital where all the facilities are available.
Shukran sana Dr. Rehana. Kama ulivyosikia kutoka kwa daktari, kama wewe dadangu uko nyumbani, mamangu, na wewe ni mjamzito na unajiuliza, je, mimi naweza kufunga? Unaruhusiwa kufunga. Lakini kumbuka ya kwamba wanawake tumepewa ruhusa. Unapewa ruhusa kwamba huwezi kufunga kama pengine hali yako haikuruhusu, ama unakwenda kwa daktari pia amesema kwamba ile prenatal, yani kwenda kwa daktari kabla ule ujauzito, kama bado ni mchanga ama ndio kwanza unataka kuupanga ujauzito wako, nenda kwa daktari, kapate maelezo kutoka kwa daktari ili uweze kuelezwa vizuri jinsi ya kuweza kufunga mwezi mtukufu wa Ramadhan. Kumbuka sasa line zetu za simu zipo wazi. Piga simu kupitia nambari iliyoko kwenye screen yako kwa sasa, ama utume arafa kupitia nambari yetu ya SMS, pia unaiona hapo kwenye screen, uweze kuuliza maswali yako, ama pia ukipenda unaweza kutufuata katika social media platforms zetu Facebook, Instagram and Twitter @HorizonTv Kenya. Now from Dr. Rehana, if I can come to you, Daktari, there are women who develop gestational diabetes. What do they do? What happens? What causes gestational diabetes?
Okay, so it's not really what causes gestational diabetes. It's more about risk factors. So a lady that is obese, has a strong family history of diabetes, type 2 diabetes we're talking about, if the lady has previous history of GDM. Yani mbeleni alikuwa mjamzito na akagunduliwa kwamba akona kisukari kwenye ujauzito. All these are risk factors. Patients with hypertension, high risk patients who can develop GDM. Okay, so your lifestyle during pregnancy. Unaona, there's this myth, when you're pregnant you eat for two.
Yeah,
that doesn't exist. I think she will refute that strongly. Okay, so exercise during pregnancy, all this, because when women get they're expecting, all of a sudden we become queens and we don't want to do anything. Yeah. So your lifestyle does not change, should not change much. Your healthy lifestyle during pregnancy, all that puts you at risk of developing GDM. So as Daktari said, the ANC profile will do a blood glucose, and then there's a special test at about between 24 weeks to 28 weeks of pregnancy. It's called an OGTT. There's controversy about the OGTT, but till now, it's still the only test that's being used, right? And so that's a test that has to be done between 24 and 28 weeks. You go fasting, you're given a very sweet drink, and they test your sugar hourly and up to 2 hours. And then with that, they determine whether you have gestational diabetes.
Okay.
If you can quickly touch on treatment, there's only 2 things we can give you if you have GDM. A tablet called metformin is the only tablet that has been shown by research that is can safely be used in diabetes, in pregnancy, sorry. The second one is insulin. So our biggest challenge is when you're telling a patient, you now need to be converted to insulin. I think ladies need to understand, we put you on insulin because as your pregnancy progresses, the needs of the baby and your body become more.
Yeah.
So you require a little bit of insulin, okay? And GDM after delivery, 2 things happen. Either you continue having type 2 diabetes, or majority, it disappears.
Okay.
Majority.
Okay. Yeah, that was also a question I had, kwamba kuna hatari fulani kwamba utakapokuwa mjamzito na ukipata ugonjwa wa kisukari, basi ule ugonjwa utaendelea kuwa nao ule ugonjwa wa kisukari. Si lazima. Majority of women huwa unapona, lakini ipo chance.
Certain percentage wanaendelea wana develop type 2 diabetes.
Dr. Rehana, lipo swali limeingia hapa katika Facebook yangu. Kuna dada anasema, when I am pregnant, right now I am 5 months in, and I get dizzy when I'm fasting. Should I break my fast?
If she gets dizzy, that's not a good sign. She should plan to eat as much as she can at Sahur. 5 months is a good time to fast because you're over the 3 months, the vomiting and the dizziness and the nausea has finished, and she should be eating well. But you know, like I said, it depends on your environment. If you haven't been able to drink enough, yeah, and if you haven't been able to eat enough properly, and you're feeling dizzy, then you should not fast. Because being dizzy is not a good sign. How much dizziness she feels, that I don't know. Does she get blackness in front of her eyes, or she's dizzy? Then we need to talk to her a bit more in detail. But dizziness is not a good sign in pregnancy.
Okay. There's also another question here. She says, I'm almost due. I am 8 months and a couple of weeks in. That's what anasema, kwamba mimi nina mimba ya miezi 8 na wiki 3. Na sasa nikifunga nahisi njaa sana. Je, nivunje saumu yangu? She constantly gets hungry.
You see, at 8 months, the baby is big. Yeah, and like Daktari said, you don't eat too much. Normally, you increase 300 calories to your normal diet. Yeah, and with exercise, you exercise what you're used to exercising. Now, this lady at 32 weeks, at 38 months, that's about 32 weeks, which is the last trimester. She's going towards her delivery time. If she's feeling hungry, she's probably not able to eat as much as she can, which is normal because now the baby takes so much space in her abdomen. And if she's hungry, that's not a good sign. If you're not able to eat enough at Sahur time and if Fatur time, then you should not be able to fast because the symptom here is that she's feeling hungry, which is not a good sign.
Okay. Just one last question before we go to the break. Pengine niulize swali moja. Kuna moja nauliza Dr. Salwa. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. Can diabetes be completely cured? If yes, how?
There's no cure for diabetes.
There's no cure. It's just
one
management.
sentence. There's no cure for diabetes. You just manage and you manage it so well, you can live a perfectly normal life.
Okay.
Diabetes patients these days can do anything, okay? They can even fly planes. That's a career option that before was never there. But with better treatment now, diabetes patients can do anything they want. Yeah.
Okay. Pengine nikija kwako Victor, you were diagnosed with diabetes ulipokuwa mdogo sana. Uliweza kujua kwamba una ugonjwa wa kisukari. Si mdogo sana lakini at that age ni kuwa mdogo. Na ulikuwa huamini kwamba ugonjwa wa kisukari uweza kumshika mtoto mdogo. Were you traumatized? What happened through your mind?
At that time, I think the biggest challenge was accepting the situation now. Yeah, because as I told you, I was doing my KCSE exams.
Yes.
Now I had to continue doing the exams while in hospital. So at one point I asked the doctor, so how long does it take to cure this? Ama nitapona after how long? Then the doctor said, that's a bit tricky, but utakuwa unatumia tu madawa. For how long? For the rest of your life. I think that thing hit me hard. So ilikuwa challenging sana. Hata after nimetoka hospitali, I used to be on and off hospital, naenda narudi. At some point hata nikiwa nyumbani nilikuwa najipata, kabla sasa nijikubali na nijue niko hivi na nafaa nifanye 1 2 3 na kuna mambo sifai kufanya, kuna vitu sifai kukula. Nilikuwa mpaka wakati mwingine najipata niko unconscious. Nimetumia dawa labda imekuwa nyingi kwa mwili, that insulin, alafu ikikuwa nyingi kwa mwili sijajua nafaa kufanya nini kabla sasa nizoee. So najipata saa zingine nimelala, naamka tu najipata ni kama nimelala kwa maji, mwili
jasho.
Jasho. Niko tu, kila mtu nyumbani anaanza kukimbia. Sasa naona at some point I remember telling my mom, if you guys think I'm becoming a burden, naomba tu kama naezaenda. Alafu daktari alikuwa ameniambia, hii dawa ukitumia vibaya, dawa yenyewe hata inaweza kumaliza. Ukitumia sana kiwango, ukiongeza yenye umepewa. Sasa nilikuwa naona a better option could be nijidunge hii dawa sana, alafu nikiamka waamke wapate siko, sasa sitakuwa na wasumbu.
We'll come back to that on the third segment. Kama ulivyosikia, experience yake haikuwa nzuri, and I know kuna some kids that we also conducted test on, walikuwa wanasema walipopata ugonjwa wa kisukari daktari akamwambia utatumia dawa for the rest of your life, akawa yajificha akidunga. How do we handle that as family members to diabetic patients? But before we come to that, let's take a short break. Kumbuka kwamba mtazamaji unaweza kuchangia katika swala la leo. Tunazungumza ugonjwa wa kisukari, na vile vile kwa dada zetu ambao ni wajawazito, unajiuliza, je, mimi naweza kufunga ama naruhusiwa kufunga katika kiwango gani, nikiwa miezi mingapi? Uliza maswali katika nambari zilizopo kwenye skrini yako kwa sasa, ama uweze kututafuta katika social media platforms zetu, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at HorizonTv Kenya. Tutarejea muda usiokuwa mrefu.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Ramadan Timetable is brought to you by the Labaik account from First Community Bank. Open a Labaik account with First Community Bank and save for Hajj. First Community Bank, driven by ethics.
La 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 la, la 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 la.
Ramadan Timetable is brought to you by the Labaik account from First Community Bank. Open a Labaik account with First Community Bank and save for Hajj. First Community Bank, driven by ethics.
After much success in Nairobi and Kisumu, Global Expo is now coming to Eldoret from the 24th May till 9th June 2019 in Gulab Loshab Academy Hall to exhibit high-quality products such as carpets, clothes, furniture, kitchenware, cosmetics, foodstuff, and many more. Come shop and get up to 50% discount every day from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Global Expo. We are totally different.
Walk with us as we tell you the stories of our society.
Wengine atavaa mtandio kichwani utafikiri ni kijihandkerchief.
Enzi za wakati wa kusema ati alisema akasisitiza akihutubia wanahabari, enzi hizo hazipo tena.
Kuchimbua na kunakili matukio kwa undani.
We want to create current awareness
ranging from adventure, human interest and inspirational stories,
ili kuweza kukuelimisha, kukuburudisha na kukubumbuisha.
Words have been said, but now it is time to lay the foundation that will impact the world.
Terrorism is terrorism, no matter who is behind the trigger.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Shukran sana kwa kuendelea kutegea Horizon TV, kurunzi ya taifa. Iwapo unajiunga nasi hujachelewa sana. Tunazungumzia swala zima la kisukari, ugonjwa wa kisukari, na vile vile kwa dada zetu ambao ni wajawazito, je, unaweza kufunga ama utaruhusiwa kufunga vipi? Kabla hatujachukua break yetu tulikuwa tumeanza kuzungumzia kuhusu trauma. Yaani watu ambao wanajipata na ugonjwa wa kisukari hususan katika umri mdogo, hujiuliza jamani, sasa mimi nitaweza kuishi vipi? Ama pengine wana complications, wana yani changamoto nyingi mpaka yani wanaona mimi jamani nimeanza kuwa mzigo kwa familia yangu. Je, situation kama hii imeweza kukukumba wewe mtazamaji wetu? Kama imeweza, basi tutumie arafa ama uweze kuuliza maswali yako kuhusiana na mada yetu ya leo katika social media platforms zetu Horizon TV Kenya ama @HorizonTv Kenya, Facebook, Instagram na Twitter. Uweze kutupigia simu vile vile katika nambari zilizoko kwenye TV yako kwa sasa. Dr Salwa, back to you. Sisi kama watu wa familia, mimi dadangu, kakangu, mimi pia mamangu ana ugonjwa wa kisukari. Nitamsaidia vipi ili aweze kuona yeye si mzigo ama I feel trauma like oh my god, mimi nitakufa tu, manake sasa natumia dawa paka kufa kwangu?
Okay, kama alivyosema Victor, ile support system ya family ni muhimu sana. Okay? How the family responds. Actually, for my type 1 patients, the younger patients,
yes.
Okay? The child, ule mtoto ambao unamwambia yeye ako na ugonjwa wa kisukari, because the child is not so aware, yeah? The response of the parent is more important on the first visit than any other response. Yule mtu ambaye yuko na yeye, mamake, babake, or any family member yuko na yeye akishtuka zaidi, yule mtoto ndo anashtuka. Okay?
Yeah.
Number 2, we've seen better results for younger patients when the family supports them. Okay? The way Victor was feeling, if his family was not supportive, we wouldn't be talking about Victor anymore, right? Yeah, but they were supportive. Yeah, it's very, very important, because what you need to understand, the way we live is not healthy. We don't eat healthy, we eat a lot, we don't exercise, and that has been made to be normal. Okay? So when you have a 10-year-old now unamwambia soda is basically poison in a bottle, lakini kila mahali kuna advertisement ya soda, that's normal life to them. Okay? How is it a soda is not normal?
Yeah.
Okay? So if you're trying to change the mentality back to a healthy mentality, it takes a whole village. You get my point? And it's very important for outcome. Okay? Yesterday I saw a patient who has lost 5 kilos in 3 weeks. An 8-year-old boy. The mom was away. The other relatives were taking this boy to a herbalist. You get my point? So when the mom came, she had to fight with the relatives so that they can bring to the the patient to the doctor,
yeah,
just to be diagnosed correctly. Yes, this is diabetes and we needed to treat. So the family unit is very, very important. I always tell my patients, kuna madaktari zaidi nje ya hii ofisi kuliko sisi.
True.
Kwa hivyo wewe sikiza, usifuate. Ukiwa na swali yote andika, next visit ukija njoo niulize, tutaongea. Yeah.
Kwa hiyo ni muhimu sana kama pengine una mgonjwa ambaye ana ugonjwa wa kisukari, uweze kumpatia support, uweze kumwauni, uweze kumsaidia katika fikra zake, aweze yani kupata ile strength ya kuweza kufight the disease, because it's not a death sentence. No. I believe it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Before we go on, kumbuka kwamba hapa kwetu nchini Kenya tuna zaidi ya wakimbizi zaidi ya 470,000 humu nchini katika camp za Dadaab na Kakuma, na wote zaidi ya nusu kati ya hawa hawapati nafasi za kwenda shuleni, na wengi wao ni watoto, na zaidi ya 27%, chini ya 27% ya hawa ni watoto wa kike na hawana nafasi ya kuweza kujiunga na shule. Basi UNHCR imeweza kupatna na SUPKEM na wangependa ku raise funds ama kuleta pamoja watu waweze kuchanga pesa za kuweza kuwapeleka wakimbizi wetu shuleni waweze kupata elimu. Kwa hivyo the appeal is being led by Supreme Council of Kenya, as I've mentioned, and the Ramadan appeal ni kwamba unaweza kufanya mchango wako katika paybill number 329378 329378, account utaandika pale Ramadan. Kumbuka Mwenyezi Mungu amesema ukiweza kumuondolea mwenzako uzito fulani hapa duniani, naye ataweza kukuondolea siku ya kiyama inshallah. Let's come together and help our brothers and sisters. So now, as we continue on our topic today, there are complications that come about when somebody is pregnant, Dr. Rehana. What are some of these complications and how can our sisters deal with them, especially this month of Ramadan?
Yes, thank you. Like I said earlier, if you have a pregnancy with diabetes, it's a high-risk pregnancy. So you have to go have your antenatal cares. And here I'll mention, because you keep on talking about Dadaab and the
Kakuma.
Kakuma and Dadaab. We go there frequently with the American Academy of Family Medicine. We go and treat people, train people there, especially in obstetrics. And because people, you know that maternal death is a problem with even with the First Lady's program. So even if you're in the refugee camp or you're in Nairobi, if you're pregnant, you'll be given an antenatal card. And that is something you will walk with that wherever you go. You might have an accident, or you might go to a kidney specialist or a neurologist, but the baby takes preference here. You see? So you go with an antenatal card, it will have all your details. The midwife or the consultant or the doctor who will see you initially will write in bold letters, diabetes in pregnancy, insulin dependent diabetic, or diabetes taking glucophage. It will be there, so that if there is a problem, it is picked up. Okay? And then I will know that this diabetic patient needs this kind of management, and this patient who's a normal, low-risk patient needs this kind of treatment. Now coming back to the diabetes itself, in pregnancy, all the risk factors, all the complications in pregnancy increase 3 to 5 times in diabetes. Complications like preterm labor, complications like pre-eclampsia, which is a killer disease, eclampsia, all the risk, hemorrhage. Your weight gain, normal weight gain should be about 10 to 12 kg, throughout your pregnancy. That's normal weight gain. In diabetes, you might put on too much weight. And also, the babies become macrosomic. That means there will be, the weight gain of the baby will be a lot. And you know, there is no way, even with the ultrasound, we can't get the accurate weight of the baby. So what does that mean, having a big baby? Now this baby has to be delivered, okay? So it will affect your labor and delivery. So you're at a high risk of having a cesarean section. So if for the 9-10 months, you know you have diabetes, you're insulin dependent, there's a risk of a big baby, you will not deliver in Machakos or in a village like that. You'll go to a proper hospital where you're looked after, and the facilities are there not only to deliver you, but to look after the baby. The neonatologist should be there to look after the baby if the baby has complications, because the risk of these complications are a lot. So in a nutshell, high-risk pregnancy needs to be monitored. Go to, even in the healthcare centers, even if you're in the rural areas, somebody can decipher which stage you are and refer you to the proper place.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. But there is somebody who's asking here on my inbox to Dr. Rehana. Okay, she's a fan of yours, but she's also asking, I am now 7 months pregnant. What kind of complications should I expect when I am fasting?
No complications. 7 months is a good gestation. There should be no complications. You just need to take your iron. At 28 weeks, you need an anti-tetanus and be happy. And nurture your soul.
Yeah.
Because we Muslims, we are not just the body. There is a soul which you need to nurture. But having said that, don't miss your antenatal clinics. You know, in the West, in the antenatal clinics, even the government and the policy makers, they say you don't need to be weighed. But here, there is a need to weigh the patients to see whether they are gaining the weight. If you're gaining adequate weight, your pregnancy is fine.
Okay. Kwa hiyo dadangu ambaye ni mjamzito, iwapo una miezi 7 hakuna complications zozote, unaweza kufunga bila shida. Pengine kwako Dr. Salwa, somebody is saying assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. I am diabetic and I am fasting. When fasting na feel nimepoa, ni lazima ninywe hizi dawa ama kuna wakati naweza kuacha kumeza?
She can't stop taking her drugs. Okay. Huwezi kuacha because diabetes is a chronic illness, meaning ni iko na wewe for the rest of your life, whether you're fasting, whether you're not fasting. The only thing is, angekuwa kabla Ramadan, she should have gone for a pre-Ramadan check.
Okay.
Because during Ramadan, your whole system switches. Your night becomes your day becomes your night. So your tablets or your insulin dosing switches. What you used to take in the morning switches, it becomes at iftar. What you used to take in the evening becomes suhoor.
Yeah.
But based on your readings, even the dosing sort of changes, okay? So your monitoring has to be done. Eating healthy has to be done. All these fried snacks at iftar, we need to punguza those. And yeah, that doesn't change. So no, she cannot take, she cannot be off of her medication.
Okay.
And I always tell patients, feeling good can easily mean you're walking around with a sugar of 15 because your body is used to it. And you're still feeling good. You will never know till you do a blood glucose test.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they need to monitor. And the religion allows for you to monitor while fasting. I think the only people who don't allow monitoring during fasting, I have a patient who's Bohora, and they're not allowed to prick. But us, we're allowed to prick.
Okay.
So she needs to check her sugars to see if they're okay.
Okay, I hear that there is a caller online. Is there a caller online kulingana na director wangu? Pengine tuweze kumuingiza ndani hewani. Nafikiri tumempoteza huyo. Kumbuka kwamba usichoke, unaweza kuendelea kupiga simu katika nambari zilizoko kwenye screen yako upate kuuliza maswali kuhusiana na ugonjwa wa kisukari, ama kama ni dadangu mjamzito pale nyumbani na unajiuliza je, mimi naweza kufunga vipi ama nina complications fulani, daktari yupo hapa kujibu maswali yako. Endelea kutegea Horizon TV, kurunzi ya taifa. If I can come back to you, there is somebody else who is asking, okay, what type of diet should I take when I am diabetic?
There's no special diabetes diet. There's only a healthy meal plan. Okay? So what's a healthy meal plan? We always say it's colorful. Something full of vegetables and full of color. Half of your plate needs to be vegetables. If right now I ask the men in this room what they had for breakfast, I can assure you, the ones who are not fasting, it was all carbohydrates.
Let me just wait there. I hear that there's a caller online. Can we patch Amy? Hello, Horizon TV? Horizon TV, hello? Haya, tumempoteza huyo. Endelea kujaribu upate kuingia hewani, upate kuuliza swali lako, usichoke. Yeah, let's continue.
Yeah, so to continue, so we need a healthy meal plan. How my patients should eat is exactly how everybody in the house should eat. Upike sufuria mbili tafadhali, moja ya mwenye sukari, moja yetu. Hapana. Okay, mnakula kile chakula. Nusu ya sahani yako lazima iwe mboga. And we always say at least this quarter, which is at least your fist size, carbohydrate or starch, yeah? And that's rice or pasta or chapati, potatoes, nduma, ngwashe, vitu kama hizo. Alafu ile quarter nyingine ndio protein, okay? Then when it comes to fruits, there's this thing in Nairobi, people skip lunch and have a whole bowl of fruit salad.
Yes.
That's not healthy. That's bombarding your body with so much fructose, which is sugar from fruits. Technically, that's taking too much at a go. Remember, when you started, you talked about the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yes.
When I treat Muslim patients, I am very happy. I'm very happy when I treat any patients, but when I treat Muslim patients, I catch them with that saying of our Prophet, which says you need to eat a third, yeah? A third food, a third water, a third
air.
Yeah. I think if we all followed that, there'll be no diabetes.
We'll be safe.
We won't have type 2 diabetes. So we're taking too many portions, okay? Too many portions. I always tell patients, it takes 66 days to change a habit. So at the beginning, when we diagnose you, forget of what should I eat, what should I not eat. Don't eat sugar, and the rest, just work on your portion. Change how your plate looks. You get my point?
Yes.
You've been to our weddings. When men go for lunches, kwa harusi za Kiarabu na za Kiswahili, sinia moja watu wangapi?
Watu wengi, watu wawili,
wanaume, watu wawili peke yake msikitini. Imagine all that rice for two men. In Mombasa, it's two men.
There's a caller online. Let's just wait on. Hello, Horizon TV. Horizon TV, hello.
Hello, habari madam?
Naam, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Huyu ni Nasir Muhammad Bashir kutoka Mombasa.
Nasir Muhammad Bashir kutoka Mombasa. Uliza swali lako Nasir.
Swali langu ninauliza, je, mwenye diabetic ama kuna dawa ya diabetic ambayo inaweza kumaliza kabisa hiyo diabetic?
Haya, shukran sana Nasir Muhammad Bashir kutoka Mombasa. Daktari ameweza kusema kwamba hakuna dawa ambayo inaweza kumaliza kabisa, hakuna cure ya diabetes, lakini utaweza kupata mwelekezi kutoka kwa madaktari ili upate kusaidiwa kuweza kumanage diabetes. Anything to add on from there?
Not really.
Not really.
If you may, I'm a diabetic myself.
Okay.
And I've been diabetic for 25 years. And every time I go to the doctors, they say, okay, your eyes are okay, your kidneys are okay, your heart is okay. Doctor, at the moment you're okay, but we expect you to die or lose a limb or something like that. So we doctors are limited in what we are taught and what we what we are taught to practice. Now there is a shift, because there's a lot of holistic medicine plus Islamic medicine, and there's a huge movement in the States where they are in the States and in India, where people are treating not only the symptoms but the cause of the diabetes. Yeah, and there are shifts in diet, and there are lots of herbs they can use. So people are asking us, and you can explore that. Go to a naturopath. That is an option. You say there is so much I can do. When I can't do beyond that, I will refer you to a naturopath.
Definitely.
Make sure they are qualified, look at their results, and there is an option now. Because what I did with myself, people are waiting for me to go on insulin now. You're getting older. When are you starting insulin? I don't need to. Like Salwa said, she's absolutely right. The only thing is that carbohydrates are changed into sugar. All right? And carbohydrates have a glycemic index. So instead of having the chapatis with the wheat flour, you can shift to chapatis with oatmeal flour. You know, the ordinary oats. You just make them into flour, and you make the chapatis, and the glycemic index is much lower. Half the glycemic index of a chapati with the normal flour. So there are lots of things you can do that which will reduce the glycemic index of the carbohydrates you're taking, and that helps you to bring down your sugar levels.
Thank you so much.
But you must not leave the drugs. If you're going to go this way, it's very important that you consult your doctor and take him on board and carry on with the management that has been going on.
Kwa hiyo hufai kuacha dawa zako za kisukari. Hata kama umefunga na unasikia mimi nimepona, usiache dawa zako za kisukari. Hata ukianza kutumia miti shamba, usiache dawa zako za kisukari. Nenda kazungumze na daktari wako uweze kupata usaidizi. Maybe I take the last question, because this is a wide topic, I understand. Pengine tutaweza kuendelea wiki ijayo na swala hili. There's somebody who's asking, Amina kutoka Mtwapa, can diabetes be caused through sexual intercourse?
No.
No? Amina kutoka Mtwapa, ugonjwa wa kisukari hausababishwi na ngono. Maybe we just wind up for now. I understand that we have a lot more to discuss. Maybe I can just take some conclusions from all of you, advice kutoka kwako kwenda kwa youth, and then maybe next week inshallah we'll be able to continue with this topic. Pengine utawa advise vipi vijana wenzako very quickly ambao wanaishi na ugonjwa wa kisukari, ama wewe kama mgonjwa ambaye umeweza kupata ugonjwa wa kisukari unaweza kuadvise vipi familia ambayo inakaa na mtu kama huyo?
Maybe I start with the family. If a family has a diabetic patient, I think the least they can do is support that person. Mi nilipata, my family was very supportive kabisa, yani nilikuwa mpaka my dad forced everyone to change their diet to what I was advised to eat. So mi nikienda nyumbani, sisi wote tunakula hakuna kupika ya huyu na ya huyu. Tunakula wote chakula moja. Alafu jambo lingine, accept that situation. Ukiambiwa na daktari kuko hivi na kuko hivi, accept. Ukijikubali, it will be easier for you to live a stress-free life. Kwa sababu kama hujajikubali utakuwa unaona mambo yanatendeka, then you are like, why me? Why am I going through this? Lakini ukishajikubali itakuwa rahisi. Unaenda unaona daktari, the doctors are there. So another challenge, it's very expensive. Unga tu ya ugali ile 2 kgs 230. Ukicompare na hii nyingine almost 100, it's like umenunua 3. So it becomes a bit expensive. Lakini ukishajikubali na ujue niko hivi, nafaa kufanya hivi na hivi na hivi, mambo yatakuwa rahisi. Mimi the last time I was admitted, I think ilikuwa 2014. Nikalala hospitali.
Tutazungumza zaidi kuhusiana na hayo next week inshallah. We'll have all of you and continue talking about that. Just really quickly, because there's somebody who's asked me what kind of complications can I get when I am pregnant, and she hasn't identified which trimester she's in. But really quickly, just advice to our sisters out there who are expectant and do want to fast, and then we'll continue with this topic next week.
You know, when I started the talk, I gave you the evidence.
Yes.
There is no evidence that fasting is harmful in pregnancy, period. At the moment we have that evidence. I don't know if it will change after 10 years or something. And so I will advise all my sisters, if you're healthy, you're pregnant, and you're okay, you don't have any problems, fast with the help of your family. The support system is very important. It's the last ashra we are entering into. Touch base with your Rabb. That's the best you can do for you and your baby.
Dr. Salwa, very quickly.
Very quickly, I think I just saw you posting complications on the screen. And I must say,
let me just have a look at some
my
of the
conclusion has changed.
That she said.
Now, I conclude with this. Those complications happen if you don't manage diabetes.
My name is
like
Shireen
some
Malik.
of those ones that we're
I'm
seeing
the
on our screen right now.
Aisha Siddiqa.
Let me just have Shakombo. Yeah.
Yes, I rarely talk about complications when patients come in the first time because it scares them.
Yes, yes.
We rarely talk about them because it scares patients, and they feel fear, and they run away. So if you manage your diabetes, you will not get complications. Daktari is evidence. She's had diabetes for 25 years, no complications.
Yes.
That is the message I want to send across. What you need to understand is you need to see your doctor at least between 2 to 4 times a year, even if your sugars are fine.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bila shaka muda unaendelea kutupatia kisogo. Kama ulivyoweza kusikia, kama wewe ni mjamzito ungependa kufunga Ramadhani, unaruhusiwa as long as you get advice from your doctor. If you're also diabetic, you can also fast. There are some advantages. We will definitely continue with this topic next week inshallah. Thank you so much kwa watazamaji wetu ambao mmeweza kutegea katika kipindi chetu hiki. Wiki ijayo panapo majaliwa yake Maulana tutaweza kuendeleza mada ya leo, kisukari, pengine pressure tutaongeza ndani, manake some of the complications of diabetes was affect the body, and then we'll continue that discussion. Do not forget, kesho utaweza kuungana naye Aisha Khan katika round table topic moto. Tutaonana panapo majaliwa yake Maulana inshallah. Ramadhan Mubarak.